What's going on? Okay, so normally on Tuesday, we tour a property in Knoxville. And when I'm out of town, we tour the place that I'm staying. However, we got catfished. Therefore, I'm not going to talk about the place we're staying because I don't want to highlight it. And it's actually fine. It's just not as advertised. Not as advertised. Do you think I'm exaggerating when I say that?
No, it's a little catfish. I like the place, but it's definitely not um,
What they said
yeah,
it was.
not what
Basically,
it
they said it was
was
like a 2-story
shown.
with a balcony, blah, blah, blah. It don't have any of that. But it's fine. And you can see there's
That's
palm
cool. We'll
trees.
get all this.
Yeah. So it's
Right.
fine. It's fine. It's just I don't want to highlight it. So that being said, we're gonna do a very quick and dirty Key West versus Knoxville. So if you don't know, you've probably seen this man on my videos. This is my husband, Shay Jones. He's from Tennessee too, in case you couldn't tell. Okay. What when you think Key West versus Knoxville, what's your automatic thought?
Great weather in Key West.
I was gonna say, and yeah, good weather in Key West for sure. It's warm. Like when we left Knoxville, it was like 23 degrees.
Yeah.
And so this is obviously if you're watching this live, like it's January beginning of the month, and so it was
Wintertime,
super
75.
cold. And then we got off the plane in Key West, so warm. Interestingly, they both have waterfront. One is the Tennessee River, and the other one is a combination of the Gulf and the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah.
So those are similarities, yet differences.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Key West versus Knoxville.
Food scene's different. I like both.
Oh, I think the food scene is better here.
food scene's probably better here.
Is
but,
that rude?
You don't get. It's just different.
That's
I think
true.
that's why I like it better because it's different.
What about the coffee scene?
The Cuban coffee scene is awesome.
Yeah.
And the Cuban food is good everywhere, and then all kinds of other stuff too.
Cuban food, Cuban coffee, which I've heard there's
food scene's good. Oh man, I like it too.
Well, I've heard that there's a Cuban coffee place in Knoxville, and somebody told us about this last year, and we haven't tried it. So
yeah,
we love coming down here. Cuban coffee is so good. So I mean, we got to try that.
Yeah.
I do think obviously Key West is more walkable than Knoxville. Obviously.
Comparison there. If you like to bike and walk, bicycle and walk, scooters are big.
Big here, yeah. Like we don't have a scooter back home, but when we come down here, he rents a scooter, and that's how we get around. So
it's easy parking if you're doing bicycles and scooters, which Knoxville is too, but it's just more spread out. You're doing a lot more.
Well, I think it's like safer on a scooter here because everyone is not used to people being on bikes and scooters and blah blah blah. Whereas
a few
it's not
thousand
safe
scooters out every day.
Yeah,
this little area, and everybody's
easily.
Used to it. So I'm sure you have accidents, but
yeah,
everybody's kind of like patient. It's Key West.
Yeah. Now, real estate wise, like obviously this is more of a destination Airbnb short term rental type situation. So I don't know if you can hear that, but there is like a giant horn blowing, and there's cruise ships that they come in every day. So that we don't have cruise ships in Knoxville. Okay, what I was saying is about the Airbnb, like Key West Airbnb score is it's 94. Let me check it. I looked at right before we did this. So their Airbnb score for Key West. So it's scale 1 to 10, and this is from AirDNA. Okay, so AirDNA basically takes data from VRBO, Airbnb, and they compile it to tell you like what markets are the best. And so AirDNA scored 94 for Key West, which is great. Yeah. Their occupancy is 63%, which is actually a little bit down from last year, but overall, listen to this. Average nightly rate in Key West is $631.
I believe it.
$631. Okay, versus Knoxville, which this score is actually higher than I thought. Knoxville AirDNA score is 81, so also rated great. But listen to their average occupancy is 54, so Key West 63%. Now, average rate in Knoxville a night, $200 and 40. $200 what?
$200.
$200.40. Oh my gosh.
Here, roughly.
631 here. So over 3 times. Isn't that crazy?
You can shop for deals though. It's here in Key West and find a good deal. I mean, we got a pretty good deal. You can shop for them. Do it way ahead of time. And
So annual revenue on a Key West Airbnb is 144,000. Knoxville annual revenue 40 grand.
big difference.
Yeah. So, anyways, I mean that's a little Key West versus Florida for you. So,
Versus
like I said,
Tennessee.
Key West versus Tennessee. Thanks.
Knoxville.
Yeah, we're doing Key West versus Knoxville.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm sorry this wasn't a tour today, but I did want to pop on because I always come on Tuesdays.
She'll
So
be back.
we'll be back next week.
She'll
And like
be
I
back.
said, y'all gotta be careful about these Key West Airbnb peoples because they be catfishing. And Our Lady didn't even apologize. Okay. All right. Well, Happy New Year. I will see you guys next Tuesday.